Well, a lot of the progress here is in this tower, structurally sound now. Let's take a little look here. We framed up this stage, of course, and this is repurposed coal wood from the original wall that was actually on that side of the building. No more cutting trees, repurposed wood. We're gonna have the organ and piano on either corner. This wall, we had some fractures and it wasn't looking the greatest. So today we started our first coat of plaster on this back wall, and it's gonna look like it's a brand new wall again. That's all ohia as well on the top. We had some termite damage, but we got rid of all that. No termites in that wood. All new lighting up there. So that got installed, a couple weeks ago. Yeah, for a structure this age, we're having to make them structurally sound and work with posts that are over 100 years old, which is not easy. But these walls still standing up after that amount of time, amazing. They use sand in their concrete, and whatever they did, it's strong.
Born and raised on the island. I grew up in Waimea, went to school, Honoka High School. I started working construction, got married, got a family, got a successful company, very blessed. But when we got the call, we knew we wanted to be a part of this iconic place. What I would say is the Big Island is the best island on the planet. Volcanoes and snow on the mountain. Just the diversity of this island is very special, along with the history, the deep, profound history we have here with the Hawaiian culture here. Got a lot of friends and family. I know a lot of people who also attend this church and go to this church. The history of this church is awe-inspiring to see what these people were able to do when they erected this church, and collecting the rocks from Umi's temple and all that kind of stuff is puts so much mana into this place. It was constructed by the raw materials at hand on the land, right? Lava rock, which there's lots of lava rock, and ohia beams. The roof was not attached to the walls. It had been sitting there for, almost 200 years. The roof sat there unattached to the wall. That was one of the things we did, was we actually attached the roof to the wall with these big steel brackets. So how long do I think this place could have lasted without preservation? If I'm being honest, I think that it was quite possibly one good shake away. We live on a volcanic island. We have big earthquakes here. I remember when I was a kid going through an 8-point-something earthquake and watching the cars go up and down in the driveway. And then the earthquake that hit this in 2006 was like a 6-point, and it was a vicious earthquake. Did a lot of damage here. And so if we got another earthquake, say 6, 7, 8, it could have brought the building down. The structural engineer and the architect went through great pains to make sure that the newly renovated church would still look as much like the old church as possible. So all the walls are still going to be plastered. The ohia roof is prevalent. So while it does have this, all this structural strength that's added to it, it's still, as much as possible, it really looks like the old church that it was, and we all know. I told my wife that, when I started this job, I wanted to make sure that it got done, and it got done right, and that the church and the congregation and the community were all going to be treated fairly, and they could trust that it was in good hands. And I took a lot of pride in that, to be able to deliver, even through some struggles and hard times, and lack of money. And nothing's gonna stop us.
Good to see you, Nate.
Good to see you, Carl.
From Mokuaikaua, we want to thank you for the beautiful work that Alihi Builders and your team has really given to us. Professionalism, quality, and we were so glad and proud to have you as our contractor. So from all of us, from our members, from our extended congregation that goes into the mainland, and also from the people here of Hawaii, thank you. Your work is going to bless not only one generation, but many generations to come. And not only the work that you have performed to this point, but just your willingness of your heart that will continue to carry us. And so we appreciate all of that.
Well, Kahu, I want to say to you and your congregation and everyone who is attached to Mokuaikaua Church that it's been a great honor for Ali'i Builders to be involved in this renovation. Our team that worked on this place took a lot of pride, and you could see how proud they were to be able to help, save this iconic place for your congregation and for this community and everybody else who's attached to it all around the world. So we are extremely grateful, and we look forward to getting the rest of the work done. So it's 100% done for you. So
Amen.
thank you for having us.
You're very welcome.